guys, thanks for joining me for another episode of The Comment Section. I'm Reagan Conrad, and this news has officially crowned Tom Holland as the king of all of the Rizzlers.
The Rizzler, I'm the Panther dressed in black. Once I give your girl the Rizz face, there's no chance he's coming back.
Though short, he is mighty, and by all reports, he just secured the tallest and most beautiful star in Hollywood as his fiancée, Zendaya. And yes, Bobby, Zendaya is beautiful. The short king wins again. I saw videos like this circling on Monday during the Golden Globes, but I thought the people were just reaching. If you just watched that clip, I wouldn't necessarily think, wow, Zendaya's engaged and she's showing off her engagement ring, but the internet certainly thought that. There were also photos of Zendaya on the red carpet with a ring interestingly placed on the finger. And this is the photo that was all over Twitter. She looks stunning. She's in this orange Louis Vuitton dress. She has a stunning Bulgari giant necklace on, a giant Bulgari ring on her right hand, but on her left hand, she has a ring that was not described in Bulgari's press release because yes, jewelry makers do have press releases about their jewelry and who's wearing what. So the one rogue ring had the internet going crazy. Hollywood will never cease to surprise me, and the sleuths on the internet will never cease to impress me with their speed and their in-depth research because the internet quickly caught on to all of this. One person on Twitter said, Zendaya with a diamond ring on that finger. Someone else said, I'm sorry, Zendaya is too PR trained to wear a ring like that on that specific finger if it wasn't a legit engagement ring IDK. Exactly. And like clockwork, a few hours later, news from a close source began to leak. And according to TMZ, Zendaya and Tom are officially engaged.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
One person over on X said, Tom Holland and Zendaya are reportedly planning marriage. And someone commented under that and said, so is she gonna be Zendaya Holland or is he going to become Tom? Which is a great question. Now, for those of you who may not know who either of these two individuals are, Tom rose to fame after landing the role of Spider-Man back in the 2016 movie Captain America: Civil War, and after that movie, he just completely exploded. Zendaya was a child star on Disney before blossoming into an actress who has starred in too many movies to count. Most notably, though, for this story, she played the role of Spider-Man's love interest in the movies and eventually in real life. A development that surprised no one because we're used to seeing videos like this.
There she is, looking beautiful, might I add.
Looking beautiful, might I add.
As ever. Yeah, absolutely. Very wise. She's like an owl. She's like a wise owl.
One of the most special parts of all of this is the fact that I got to meet Tom Holland.
That's hard. You have so many great qualities.
Yours is that you're super pretty.
Wow, thank you.
No. Yours is your kindness, I'd say, is your best quality. You're a very kind person.
I would say yours is your selflessness. You're always thinking about others.
It's precious, and it's what leads us here today in which the Marvel Universe and what feels like the entire real universe is freaking out because these two are both so adored and they're just so happy for them. One person tweeted and said, I love how they are the only Spider-Man couple that had a happy ending. And all the Spider-Man couples did apparently date at one point, especially Emma Stone and Andrew Garfield. They were dating for a long time, but so were Tom and Zendaya. So there must be some superpower that got all these men co-star girlfriends, but something extra special about Tom's power that secured him a wife, which is a superpower that we will get into a little bit later. Just last week, there was another story going viral about Tom because he talked about why they rarely walk the red carpet together. And Pop Base reported that and they said, Tom Holland says he doesn't walk the red carpet with Zendaya at her premieres to not draw attention away from her. Because it's not my moment, it's her moment. And if we go together, it's about us. It's so cute, it's so sweet. And before that, he was going viral for talking about fatherhood and his stance on that, which was covered in a recent Men's Health article. And they said, a normal life is far off for Holland. Although he says cheerfully, when I have kids, you will not see me in movies anymore. He will golf and he will be a dad. Golf and dad, I will just disappear off the face of the earth. A refreshing Hollywood take. Now, someone else commented under their original announcement about the engagement, and they said, such a sweet and unproblematic couple. And someone else said, we love the confirmation. And those are photos from what looks to be an after party where she's clearly flaunting the ring. So whether or not they have officially confirmed it, we are taking that as confirmation. Now, someone else commented and said, this feels like a growing up moment for Gen Z. And it really does, guys. I mean, I'm not sure if you've heard this news yet, but we are now the generation of the parents of the world because a new generation has been birthed this year with the arrival of Gen Beta. So the Gen Z and the millennials are the adults raising children, if you guys have forgot. So beware. No, it's literally called Gen Beta. That's so sad. They're setting them up for failure. Now we clearly need to do a whole episode designated to this Gen Beta name because it's just so insane. And the predictions for what the generation will be are just terrifying. But yes, us Gen Z kids are all grown up, and though people like myself love to pick on us, this is a moment that we should be proud of. We're getting our lives together, we're growing up, and we're making serious moves about our future. Heck, Tom Holland is about to be sending out wedding invites, which if he is sending out wedding invites, he should be using stamps.com because they are the best. Because stamps.com lets me focus on what really matters instead of getting caught up in the tedious tasks like shipping and mailing. That's especially true when it comes to sending packages and other necessities from our studio. I want to be able to do it on my own time when it's most convenient for myself and my team. With all that show prep and planning, it's important for me to be efficient and productive, and that's why I use stamps.com. No more complicated postage, calculations, or wondering if I'm ever going to get the best deal. Their rate advisor automatically helps me find the fastest and most cost-effective shipping options. They'll even send you a free scale, so all you need is access to a computer and a printer. Plus, they offer exclusive discounts of up to 88% off of UPS and USPS rates that you won't find anywhere else. It's basically like having a shipping expert right at your fingertips. It's fantastic. My husband is a huge baseball cards guy, so he's mailing and shipping all the time. We absolutely love stamps.com at our house. So if you want stamps.com for yourself, all you have to do is sign up at stamps.com/Conrad for a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a free digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts are required. Just go to stamps.com/Conrad today. Now, back to the unfolding news of the Tom Holland Zendaya saga. More news came out about the apparent timeline of their proposal. Popcrave said, Tom Holland reportedly proposed to Zendaya between Christmas and New Year's at the actress's family home, sources tell TMZ. Which, from personal experience, I can definitely recommend. A lovely time of year to be proposed to is between Christmas and New Year's. It just works out great. It's wonderful. Someone else said, I'm so happy for them. They seem so cute together. It's nice to hear an uplifting story to start the new year. And in the wake of the already chaotic 2025, it certainly is. Someone said, bro pulled a Mr. Beast. And someone else said, y'all think he was wearing his own merch? And I saw a lot of tweets about this because yes, Mr. Beast, another fellow Gen Zer, is also settling down and got engaged over Christmas. And there was a viral video of their engagement, which, while precious, many were quick to judge, calling it awkward or saying that Mr. Beast is wearing his own merch, so they were making fun of him for that. Honestly, I feel like that was pretty on brand for him, so to each their own, but people will look for anything. Luckily though, for Tom, the wins just keep on coming. Because then Popcrave tweeted and said this: Tom Holland reportedly asked Zendaya's dad for her hand in marriage months ago. The actress's family is very excited for their next chapter and believes Holland is a class act. One person commented under that and said, and her parents love him? Oh yeah, they're getting married. And can we just take a moment to appreciate how the normal traditional things in life are being celebrated for a change? I mean, this is a great start to the year, but not everyone was celebrating. Someone said, so before he even asked her, I'm gonna assume this is fake and ignore it, which is so funny to me because that's the whole point. You ask before you ask the daughter. So luckily, someone on Twitter pointed this out and said, that's what you're supposed to do. Stereotypically, you're supposed to ask the dad for his blessing. And then the girl responded to that and said, it's 2025, let's move on. No, let's stay right here. It's 2025 and men are proposing to their long-term girlfriends and getting fatherly approval to do so. It's classy, it's mature, and it's sincere. All characteristics that the men's health journalist believes make someone like Tom Holland have so much rizz, and perhaps why he ended up with someone like Zendaya. And yes, the word rizz is being used by journalists in a serious way now, which after reading the full men's health article, I think there are some key takeaways for young people, particularly men, to take note of. In the interview, the journalist had a clear goal of trying to determine what makes Tom so charming. And she uncovered that it's a few things. He has a mixture of confidence and what she calls intense sincerity. He's also apparently the guy in the room that actually steps up and does something when someone is in trouble. He even broke up a real-life fight in a Whole Foods before the fighters realized that they were being stopped by Peter Parker in real life, which is just hilarious to me. He also talked a lot about being close with his friends and family, caring about his health and his fitness, and finding the willpower, though not easily, to overcome obstacles in his life that he found were limiting his potential. For him, that was alcohol. So much so that after a year or two of being sober, he started a non-alcoholic beer brand called Biro to fill what he found was a void in the marketplace. Here's a recent clip of him talking about that.
When I realized that alcohol wasn't masking my insecurity or bringing out my best self, it was actually doing the opposite. I then started to feel this freedom of like, oh, I can just be myself and I have nothing to be insecure about. That's when it started to get easier. And I started to really feel the benefit of not being kind of tied to this drink. I used to go to these parties and be like, I can't speak to someone until I'm drunk. Like, I've got to get this going. And now that I've kicked that and I found replacements that make me feel like I'm a part of the process without sacrificing my morning, my afternoon, my next few days, has been so liberating.
It's so cool to see a young man like Tom with willpower and drive to make changes in his life. I love that, always will. Someone said, when he first announced his sobriety, it really motivated myself to do the same. Sober now for over a year, thank you, Tom. Another person said, bravo, this is such a mature outlook. Most people don't do this kind of personal work so young. Good for you. Yeah, maturity goes a long way in today's world. It stands out. Heck, it's headline worthy. For Tom, being confident and hardworking and self-assured and supportive goes a long way. And also the fact that he calls his then girlfriend, now fiancée, Milady, all probably make up the superpower to finally lock down the love of his life. Gentlemen, take notes. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and if you enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel, and last but not least, make sure to hit the notification bell so you never miss one of our episodes.